All right, we are live, my loves. So insanely short recap for this episode, since we mostly just had a battle last time. Uh, so after a harrowing battle against the Jabberwock, party carries on after losing Amador's bride-to-be, the Queen Polynella. Amador suffered greatly during the battle, and he no longer has a left stalk. So, basically, he's missing his left arm. He's also missing several petals from his face, and he now walks with a limp, as one of his legs is shorter than the others now. While he is grievously wounded, he has obviously taken an emotional toll as well. Basically seeing his love disintegrated before him.
Yeah. Even though she was like, I feel like only he really liked her, but you gotta feel for the guy.
I mean, when you're rocking the rose-colored glasses, everything just seems like flags, right? You are.
Yeah.
He was blinded by his love.
Amen.
We've all been there. You are able to save the Great Owl, Bloody Beak. And as he is revived, he sort of nods solemnly to Harper, and you see him take off through the lightning and the rain to what Harper would know is the aviary sort of area. Which is a lot, you guys kind of see it in the distance. It's kind of tucked into the side of a cliff. Referencing the picture on your guys' side chat, with the rain and the Motherhorn area, essentially you guys are on the left side of the photo. That's where all the front would be. And the castle sort of is built into the side of this cliff here. And it seems that a new amphitheater has been constructed. And you see as lightning streaks across the sky that it seems to be absorbed into some of these lightning charges that look similar to the ones that were put up over yon. So you guys are sort of dusting yourself off, regenerate, trying to get your bearings after the fight. Besides Polynella, everyone is fine. And Amador just sort of is sitting forlornly, with, kind of nursing his wounds. You see Gleam is just sort of whispering to him and petting his petals, and they're kind of having a really sad, tender moment. Mollyver and Elkhorn, you can see, are almost in tandem, because they've fought many battles before. They're in sync. They're sort of checking the perimeter to make sure that nothing has been missed. You see Mollyver go over and stab out the Jabberwock's eyes to make sure he's fully dead. And you see them sort of discussing tactics on how to sort of lock down this area. And they come to you guys, and Elkhorn's well, I know we lost the queen, but I mean, we're fine, and we should go inside. I mean, Gleam's got the big guy, so it's fine.
Ooh, hold on. How's everybody doing? I'm kind of beat up, and looks like Mr. Dandelion over there isn't looking too good. I take out my pan flute, and I play a little. And before I start playing, I say, hold on, maybe this will make everybody feel a little bit better. And as I play or whatever, I toot a little tune on my toot a little tune on my pan flute. I am doing mass healing word. Which will heal up to 6 creatures of my choice I can see within range.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hold on. And I'm gonna then heal my lord, Harper, myself.
I don't need any, but...
Oh, you don't need any? Okay, Meow Wolf, do you need any? Healing?
You're on mute. Yeah, well.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't need any healing.
Oh, okay. Well, I need some healing, so I'm gonna heal myself, and I'm gonna heal Mr. Dandelion. How are any of our other friends looking? Might need some healing.
Maybe Snoodles?
Snoodles! Oh my god, Snoodles! Where's Snoodles? Is he even on this map?
Wrong.
Oh my god, I'm gonna heal some
Snoodles is on the map. He's kind of like in the
okay.
middle,
Yeah, he's like kind of
above
behind
me.
Keeks.
Okay.
You see?
Oh, he's so tiny. Everything is green, and he's green. It's hard to see. He's really blending in.
Yeah, he's camouflaged. You see that Snoodles has a vicious scar, like a vicious wound that, as you like kind of cure wounds him, like even with your healing, it's gonna leave a fairly like deep scar, and it goes all the way across his back. It does look a little bit like a lightning bolt, so like it looks kind of sick, but
oh geez,
you know, it is
well,
it is a reminder of the battle.
Since this song is mostly for me and Snoodles, I start playing 20th century flute sadly on the on my pan flute. So it'll heal 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which I don't know what that is.
Your spell.
Nice. 3 plus what's... Yeah, what is my of that? What is my ability modifier?
It's going to be... So at the top of your spells, it'll say +4 for modifiers. So I think that's what it is. And it should automatically roll, but if it doesn't, just make sure that the dice say +4 on top of that.
Okay. So it's 3 plus 4, so 7. So
7.
Me and Snoodles heal 7.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit better.
He snorts.
Juniper comes over and nuzzles you, Zindi, and sort of just it's like, are you okay?
Oh, thanks, Juniper Berry. I'll be fine.
She looks at the Jabberwock, and she thinks back and says, I know that the Jabberwocks are really rare, and well, I'm glad that we killed this one. I think this one's responsible for, well, my first family's death.
Oh.
How do you know that?
Well, I mean, there's not a ton of Jabberwocks in the area, from what I gathered. Unless there's another one. She like looks around like scared. She goes, I hope this was the one. It's all kind of a blur.
Wow. I did not see that one coming. Neither did I. As Keeks peeks out.
Keeks is fine.
It's like, what up?
That sounds awful.
We should get out of the rain.
Yeah, I agree. We should seek some shelter. Because even for a frog, it's getting a little cold.
Yeah, let's make our way inside, but cautiously if we can.
So you guys make your way to the castle. Everything that you see is made out of pure marble. At one time, it was probably like a white marble, but it has since sort of dulled in the rain, in the constant rain, and a lot of it's covered by vines and plants. The Jabberwock will serve as a extremely grim reminder of what once prowled these lands, and sort of is like a monstrous statue, like kind of encased in the thorns. You guys see that there's a bunch of towers, like kind of embedded in the rock, and like I mentioned, there is a glass dome off of to the right side of the palace, which to Harper is new, and you notice that it's catching a lot of the lightning that comes through here. Everyone, please make me a perception check.
Alrighty. Perception.
Ooh, 23.
22.
Very nice.
27.
Wow.
Damn.
That was ridiculous. So
We're hyper aware right now.
so aware.
Adrenaline is pumping through our veins.
Well, I just thought Snoodles was about to die, so.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he did not die, guys.
Yes.
Oh, it was close there for a
Yes,
second.
Yes.
As you guys sort of creep forward, you're on high alert, and every little thing is catching your guys' eye. As like a branch moves in the wind, your eyes dart toward it, and you're sort of side-eyeing every other like marble statue that you come across, seeing if you could recognize someone or see something new. And you guys, kind of near the entrance, are drawn to a golden plaque, which Harper, you notice is new, and Zindi and Meow Wolf, you guys notice is rather untouched in the way that the surrounding landscape is. And as you guys edge a little closer, it reads in Sylvan, which I believe you all speak.
Indeed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you speak Sylvan, Meow Wolf? Right?
I do not.
Oh, you don't. Okay. It would be. It looks like the text in the book that you found, and you sort of look on as Zindi and Harper take a gander at this. The plaque bears this inscription: "Behold the palace of heart's desire. The space within holds memories of what could have transpired. The path you have taken to reach such heights was likely not built in a singular night, but the roads not traveled is never far, but rather sits here underneath the stars. What may have been, you may ask, is waiting for you, ready to be unmasked. But beware of the truth you seek, for the ending you narrowly escaped is often quite bleak."
Someone recorded that, right?
That bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the chat for you.
Thank you.
Do To the rest of the party that doesn't speak Sylvan, I relay that to them.
Thank you for that information that I could not read for myself.
You're welcome, my lord.
Is this, Harper, was this always here, or is this new?
This appears to be new. Definitely wasn't here before.
Gleam sort of
I can
pipes
tell you
up.
one thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
I can tell you one thing. Her interior decorating style is shit. Not here. It's not welcoming.
Yeah, that is true. It isn't very welcoming. Actually, quite the opposite. Well,
You were saying, Gleam?
She sort of peers over your shoulder and says, "Oh, this is really just like her. Well, you know how I said she knows impossible things? Oh, she delights in twisting your view and your world and torture you with the idea of what could have been or what might be, and well, I don't know if any of it's true or not true. You can kind of see that she was more than likely subject to some of these visions or plays that Endolin would put on, and just from kind of glancing at Gleam and her reaction, it's worrying a bit.
yeah.
Just based off of the puppet show that you guys saw, not gonna be great.
Doesn't seem like it's an invitation to a birthday party or anything like that, no.
No, my lord.
I mean, the puppet show would deceive someone. Something that would be a young birthday, but this was a menacing puppet show that I can't imagine suitable for children.
We're invited here, so we made it. We'll see what ends up happening now that we're about to enter.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you've been here.
It does feel quite strange to be back. It's been over 15 years since the last time I was here.
Goes by quickly, doesn't it?
Or shit does.
Well, let's get her done.
And with that, you guys step into the palace. Harper, it is surreal to be back in the place that you called home for essentially all of the beginning of your life. And you are kind of like flooded with this, like, you're getting really emotional, and you're, you know, your life was good. You were never harmed or mistreated or anything, but you're kind of surprised to feel to have this level of reaction, and maybe it's because you're just so close to it now, and everything kind of hangs on this. But walking in, it's it is literally decorated how it was on the day that Zybilna fell. In fact, as you guys walk in, you guys feel stillness that you have never really felt before. The air seems to be still. If you look close enough, you can actually see dust particles frozen in time. And it's very clear that this whole palace has been in a stasis for 15 years.
Jeez.
That's fucking insane.
Real Great Expectations style. Oh my, well, do you think the food's edible?
Let's see what you guys see when you come in.
Well, my lord, if it's not if the food isn't edible, I'm sure we can find you some bugs or something to chomp on that are.
I'm sure we can. That'd be awesome, actually. Do we have any jars by any chance?
Great question.
Checking inventory.
Checking inventory. The adventuring path, glass jars.
No.
Alright. Do we have any containers of any kind? Sacks? Cloths?
I mean, we all have our pack.
Backpacks, yeah.
Right. Of course. And you just see her exactly doing that, but of course, and just like walking away.
Are you thinking of are you hoping to collect some snacks for later, my lord?
Yes.
Of course.
Snacks, of course. I suppose I could eat them at any time, yes. Very useful.
Okay, let me...
So you say you're willing to put bugs in your bag, you say?
I'm willing for you to put bugs in your bag. Depends on the bug. It depends on the bug.
Fair enough.
So, as you guys kind of walk in, you guys realize that this is, essentially the throne room. It seems like that this is kind of like made to be very impressive as soon as people walk in. You guys see that a ring of marble pillars are hand sculpted, the most delicate details, images of fairies and demons in the supports of the arched ceiling all around the circular chamber, each one sort of depicting a different scene. You guys recognize, this column is depicting Avernus, and this column is depicting the Spring Court, and like it goes all the way up, every creature that you would find, and it's like someone quite literally, the level of detail is astounding. 7 archways are spaced evenly around the room's perimeter. Harper, you of course know that this leads to the interior of the castle. And there is also a large stained glass window in each of the walls, kind of separating them. Different knights in armor. Harper, you remember that like a lot of these were like, knights of yon past, some from even before Zybilna's time, and occasionally a knight would do something great and the stained glass would actually get changed to them. And you also notice the statue of an unarmored elf standing in the front of the throne room. It's posed as if it's ready for battle, and it has a short sword gripped tightly in both of his hands.
Is that new to me?
You don't remember having such a statue in the throne room. It's kind of out of place.
Can we see that on the map, or?
Let's see.
Because I'm assuming the thing in the center is like the throne.
Yeah, that's the throne. Yeah, he's not on the map. He's just sort of like kind of arbitrarily in there. Like you're trying to rack your memory and you're like, I really don't remember a statue such as this in this room. Go ahead and make a history check. Just Harper.
5.
Woohoo. Cool. You look at him and
Roll for hotness. Is he hot? No, just kidding.
They are hot. Hold on. I'm trying to remember how I described them. Oh, I just said that they're an unarmored elf, right? Okay, so upon further investigation, actually go ahead and make me an investigation check. You can roll for hotness. Yeah, if you guys want, you guys can investigate the room.
Yeah.
Nat 1.
Nat 1? Is that what you said?
Nat 1, but plus 3, so 4.
Yeah. 17.
Okay.
I got 17.
I'm really overwhelmed with emotions right now.
Yes.
Can I roll for Can I roll for sadness?
Yeah, you roll for sadness. Roll for sadness, girl.
Oh, a 19. I'm real sad. Okay,
You're
great.
sad, dude. You cry as you see the stained glass. You're like, God, it was so beautiful when the sun came in the morning.
I'm looking around and I go, wow, Harper, this is where you lived?
Yeah, this was my home.
Oh my God! I hadn't noticed that Harper was bawling. Oh Harper! Oh man, it's okay. We're gonna get these terrible hags out of here, and hopefully you'll be able to return this beautiful place to what it used to be.
You're such a bitch. Why'd you have to do to my home?
I'm so sorry, Harper.
It's
not ideal. No, it isn't. There, Harper. There. And Keeks flies onto Harper's shoulder as Harper weeps.
Like,
Aww.
I gently pick up Keeks and, like, hug him.
And he's like, it'll be okay, little boy. It'll be okay. We're gonna kill that nasty bitch.
Okay. You promise?
I promise everything I have, which is mostly nothing. And my word.
You see Snoodles puts his head on your boots and just kind of like looks up at you. And as you cry for a little bit, you're just letting it out. It's okay now. Like, you're home. You're overcome with emotions.
This is cathartic, y'all.
It's a little cathartic, yeah. It's overwhelming, but it's cathartic. Pretty much what you guys get from the elf is like, it appears to be petrified, and it appears to be a female elf, and Elkhorn and Mollyver kind of come over and like look at it, and they shrug, and they're like, oh, what I know, and they start like looking at the stained glass windows, and they start kind of talking to themselves about like, oh, you remember this guy? Oh, what a fucking dick he was. You know, can't believe he's got a fucking stained glass window up in here. Anyway, and then Amador kind of like limps over, and he looks at the frozen elf for a long time. And he speaks for the first time since Polinella's death. He goes, I know this elf.
You do?
Who is this elf?
Well, she came to the spring court several times. He kind of like looks her over again, and he says, oh, I remember. She said that she was, you know, coming into the realm on this business or this mission or whatever. She never said she was really associated with a particular court. She seems to just be a high elf of some renown. He takes a pause, and he looks around and he goes, I can't imagine what she's doing here. If I remember correctly, she was highborn. She had some influence in the summer court. I don't know what she would be doing here. Maybe seeking some sort of fame. I don't even. She must have been here on the night the castle fell. If she's frozen, or he looks around and he's like, or something else lurks within these walls.
Can I cast or try to cast Dispel Magic to see if like that would help her not be in her petrified state?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
Or rather, can I roll Arcana to see if that would work?
Yes. Roll with advantage.
Okay. Nat 20.
Amazing.
For 26.
Wow. Okay. You take a look at the petrified elf, and you begin to kind of warm up the dispel magic in your hand, and then you bring it back down, and you go, no, hold on. Petrification is a very specific. It's not really a spell or a magic. It's more like a stasis. You sort of look her over, and you remember that Zybilna had a couple ways to unpetrify someone. The first way, and most uncommon, is by using the magic of a unicorn horn. The second way is you must kill a basilisk within its own lair and milk its fangs within a minute of it passing in order to produce a very potent antidote. A very long and complicated process that not many adventurers have survived. And a third option, which in the Fae is very hard to do indeed. If you know the creature's true name, you may look into their eyes and speak their true name, and they should revivify. However, in the Fae, it's very customary that true names are hidden, or people give nicknames or half names, and very rarely do people go by their full true name.
I let the group know all of this. I think I look back over at Sir Dandelion and I'm like, with that said, would you happen to know their true name?
Amador,
Risk, but
well, he would frown if he had a face. But a couple of the petals sort of like shift in a way that sort of indicates that he believes that this elf probably gave a nickname. He goes, she went by Ray. And he racks his brain. And he goes, she had a last name. Ulthamar.
Ulthamar.
can I roll a history to see if that last name sounds familiar?
Yeah, you can roll.
13.
Upon hearing the last name, you do remember there was a knight with a last name of Uthamar. However, this was a uncommon servant of Zybilna. Unbeknownst to many of the other courts, Zybilna secretly had spies in a couple of other Fey courts that she would kind of send around and just make sure everything was good and no one was plotting her death or anything like that. And you remember that Ray was one such of these spies. Since she's highborn and carried a fairly well-known name, she was easily could slip into any court and knew sort of all the rules and tribulations of any of the Fey realms. She was the perfect stealth agent. You do remember that Zybilna was crazy about records, and almost certainly Zybilna would have a record of anyone she employed or even guess who came to the castle. It's very possible that this elf's name is in the palace somewhere.
I think I might know this elf also. And if my memory serves me correctly, we could probably find some sort of record. And if we find their name, we might be able to free them.
Nice. We don't want anyone captive here.
No. No, we don't.
We'll do it for Chucklehead.
Oh,
Rip.
I forgot about Chucklehead.
That was terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. Harper, you know that there's a records room. And you, of course, and you grew up here, so, you know, you do kind of remember the layout of the castle. However, it's not quite a straight shot to the records room. You do have to kind of go through a couple other rooms first, and you are unsure what you may face in the other rooms. But you have to try.
Well, I'm up for it if you guys are up for it. Rooms within rooms. People could possibly be within rooms. I don't know what sort of...
Traps and all the things, eh?
Well, I guess so. Should we? Oh man, there are indeed. This place is huge, Harper. Did you get lost a lot when you lived here?
Started roaming around on my own. Of course. Somehow, in some way, I'd find my way back and take note of how I got there and whatnot. But after a while, you develop a little pattern and all the places you needed to be and whatnot.
Got it. Well, you mentioned that there were records that would be potentially useful?
Yes. So if you're up for going to the record room, so long as the layout of the place hasn't been tampered with, I think we could find a record of this elf and be able to free her. But, as mentioned a moment ago, I don't know what traps or people or enchantments could be hidden in store for us.
Well, it sounds like to do some learning is what we gotta do.
How are we feeling? We up for it now? Do we need a short rest or anything?
I mean, I'm okay. I'm not ill. Snoodles, is Snoodles' hit points still real down, or are they back to close to what he has?
How much did you heal Snoodles for, Zindi?
Just 7.
Okay, yeah, so he's not great.
Yes, he has 8 hit points.
Yeah.
I mean, is it the short rest give you back hit points? I'm like totally spacing.
You can roll like your hit point dice essentially, which should be on your guys' character cards, I'm almost certain. But if you just hit short rest, it'll yeah, I think you can re-roll your hit point dice. So yeah, you guys should be able to heal some. You can like choose to spend your hit point dice to roll up some health.
Right on. What's everyone thinking? Does anyone need any more? Zindi, do you need more health?
I mean, I could probably go for a short rest, yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Let's take
Okay.
a quick 30.
Quick resties.
Should I reset maximum H point or no?
So just click short rest on your guys'.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done. Oh, I didn't get any more hit points.
Let's see here, Zindi. Oh, okay. So when you click on
I
short
did it.
rest,
I didn't.
Yeah.
I see.
Meow Wolf, do you see when you click on short rest, a little window will pop up, and then you can it'll say hit dice, and then it'll give you an amount that you can roll.
It says 1d8 plus 2 times total 8.
Boom.
Am I being a dingus?
You can just click
So
how many hit dice you want to roll, and you have 8 total, and then it'll give you plus 2 whatever you roll on the 8.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so I get to roll 8d4.
You can if you want. You don't have to use all of those. Because if you take another short rest, yeah.
See. Okay. 1d8. Okay. I'm gonna roll 4d8s actually. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
That is exactly what I needed. I am back. Whew, that was a good nap, guys.
Hell yeah.
Rich, I kind of feel you're fresh, ready to kick some butt.
She's refreshed.
Scrolls. Learn about this elf.
Wow, that was a great nap for you.
The Baldur's Gate inappropriate sigh.
Oh my god, ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just you're like, whoa. What the hell?
That
Oh.
What was the voice, the director, like, nobody in, like, the recording room? Did they tell them to make it sound like that? If so, I would like to have some conversation.
I have no idea. I don't know. That direction is kind of wild.
I also thought it was a little weird after a long rest and
you're like, okay, I get it. So Harper, you're sort of like looking around, you're like, I remember the layout of this ginormous place. The thing that always irritated you about the throne room was it led up into the towers, and then from the towers you could get to the other areas. You couldn't just like straight shot it into the other rooms. You had to go up and then go down, and you were like, who built this? But supposedly there was some kind of tactical advantage. Every time you asked Sibilna about it, she would kind of like wave you off and be like, I don't know, I hired an artificer to do it, and he said that this was the best way to do it. And you weren't going to question her too hard about it.
But I had some hard opinions.
But you had some hard opinions that occasionally you would swap with the other staff.
So then on our map with where we're at, what, left, right?
You can decide. You know that essentially like it leads to different turrets, and then those turrets you can like go down and you would be in different sections of the castle.
You also said that there was like to the right like a dome.
Oh, that's like all the way in the back. So essentially what you've sort of devised here is that Endolin essentially built like an amphitheater on the back of the Palace of Heart's Desire, and if what you've seen so far is any indication, she's essentially made this like a maze of who knows what to get through as a sort of like, you remember that the palace was like semi-booby trapped, like there were like enchantments and stuff to like protect the inner workings of the castle, but nothing that was gonna harm anyone or like turn them into stone permanently or anything like that. But it's very clear that Endolin took that and ran with it. So you could be walking into just about anything in any of these rooms.
Oh, well then, in that case, on the map, I'll come up here, up to P48E. So to the left.
All right.
Oh, you can see me. Yeah.
Let's see if I have.
I will follow Harper.
I will too.
Huzzah. Okay, so you guys are gonna go to 48E.
Is that this?
Yeah. It's up here. Basically, the landing in front of the room with yellow is where I would like to go.
Okay, got it. Let me look at my thing. Alright, so you get up to the turret, and you guys are sort of like real cautiously walking up the stairs. Every like noise that pings off from you guys makes your head turn, and you're just ultra paranoid walking up. But the stairs seem to be perfectly fine. You don't sense any traps or anything. Harper, you put your hand on the doorknob, and you take a big breath, and you push open the door, and you find a sort of like a musty room. Rain falls on the windows within, and you see just sort of like a sitting room There's a few books and stuff kind of scattered over. Go ahead and make me a perception check, everyone.
Perceptions.
17.
Okay.
23.
Ooh.
24.
Nice. You guys kind of like begin to inspect the room without really touching anything. But you do notice that under a table, essentially, there is a small like coffer. So like a small like ornate box. It is glowing faintly. And it's really the only thing of note in the room. You guys kind of like thumb through the books and stuff, and it seems to just be like general like coffee table books, like nothing of uber importance. But it seems like this coffer was sort of like nestled in here for whatever reason. What do you guys do?
Can we take it with us? Do you guys want to take it with us?
How heavy is it?
It's like, Harper, do you go pick it up?
Yes.
You, like, so gingerly, you're like, and you pick it up, and the box glows, and it's humming ever so slightly, and you so gingerly, like, kind of push it towards you. You're, like, literally using, like, one finger to push it towards you. And, as you sort of like pull it out and you guys kind of all huddle around it and start inspecting it, the box unclicks and opens, and you guys see a plum-sized jewel of green crystal with a faintly like green glow around it. And go ahead and make me a insight check, everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Insight. 18.
21.
Woo!
Well.
And you do something for me.
You know what's so funny is I had another player making that same joke last time. And I was like, only I laughed because like I think I'm the only one that like listens to rap music, and the other two were just like, what? And I was like, this is very funny if you know what's up. You guys kind of like look it over, and this is it seems to be some sort of like shard of typically memory, like a memory shard of some kind. This is a little like larger and more innate than you usually see. But it's very interesting.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah,
Can I do an Arcana check?
Absolutely.
Great. Let's do it. 10.
You kind of like look it over, and you're like, well, doesn't seem trapped. Like, you're like, it doesn't seem like it's not sort of like, it's not emanating any like dark magic or anything like that. It is enchanted, but you're like, I don't get like bad vibes from it or anything like that. Seems to be a fairly like run-of-the-mill like memory shard. Harper, you remember, or you guys actually all remember that Molly was able to like manipulate like putting memories in things, and that magic is known. It's very possible that wizards who've like lived a long time would like put their memories or desires in gems, and sometimes to forget things, but other times to remember things.
Huh. I turned to Zindi. I go, I think this one might be for you.
Hold on, let me take a look at it. Can I do like a perception on it?
Yeah. You guys are like, let me just really look it over.
Okay, 22.
Okay. You sort of like look it over. It seems to be it's an impressive crystal. It's absolutely flawless. And it, as you sort of like, I'm assuming you're handling the box as you guys like look at this.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys realize that it's not the box that's like humming, it's the crystal itself.
Whoa. Whoa, hold on. Guys, thing is like vibrating in my hands.
Hold on, I'm getting a call. Like
Yeah, I wonder, do you guys know why? I don't, like, did you, but you already did an Arcana check.
Yeah, but you
My
know,
lord.
this is not really my forte.
Okay, well, let me see. Maybe, I'm from the Feywild, so maybe I'll know something about it. What did I roll? Wow, 17.
Yeah, do we know how to like actually utilize this memory crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Harper, as Zindi's kind of like looking it over, you guys remember that Molly and Zybilna did have like essentially memory jars where if you're very long-lived like elves, you would kind of like place these ever so often. More than likely, Molly would put that memory of her father's wedding like in a jar to save, and it's very simple enchantment. You just have to hold it and it shows you the memory in perfect detail.
Hey, do you guys think that, like, I don't know, we could, like, is it possible to use this with the, like, the elf downstairs is, like, you said it was petrified?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Can we put it, do you think that this, can we, like, use this to get memories from the petrified elf? I mean, its body's still there.
We're not sure if these memories are theirs.
Oh, okay, I understand. Well, is this like a Harry Potter, the like memory bowl thing, and this is like one of the weird like memory hairs that like it has the memories inside
like
it,
that.
and
Yeah.
Okay, so we need something to like help us basically like read the memories, right?
Yeah, according to Harper, like she's like, I just remember Zybilna like handling it, and she would kind of be in a trance for a little bit, and then she'd like put it back. And
okay. Well, we're not okay. I'll keep it in my pocket for now, and we'll.
As you pick it up, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
18.
You the only change in your body is that you are essentially in a trance now. Like this, like you go from like, okay, cool, I'll just put it in my bag, and you like pick it up and you stand stock still. She's not frozen or anything, but it's as if like a very rapid flashes are flashing through your eyes. You see Zindi sort of like blink, and in that instant, Zindi, you are essentially like thrown back into a memory. You land in a smaller body, and you realize that you're very young. and a kindly older woman with long gray hair. It almost touches the floor. You can see that her hands are like gnarled with age, but she has a warm smile when she looks at you, and she's cooking something over a cauldron, and the woman looks at you with love and fondness in her eyes, and she smiles, and she goes, "Ah, well, I think I'll name you Natasha." And you kind of like that scene fades, and you see that you're like slightly older now, and you recognize the witch that stands before you now. It's the same witch that was trapped within the glass case of the Witchlight Carnival, with the pointy hat and the green robes. A little older, a little cockier, and you see the same older woman now outside. You see a big, beautiful roaming garden full of every kind of fauna and flora possible, and you see a giant hut with a thatch roof and chicken legs. And you see the old woman sort of like beckon at her, and she goes, "Try again, Natasha, try again." And you see Natasha like warm up for a spell and cast a spell. You're flung again to again an older elf, now fully within her own, in a hooded cloak, running through the rain. She has nothing else except the cloak on her back, and she's kind of like out of breath, and she stumbles over a vine and looks up and sees the chicken-footed hut. She breathes a sigh of relief, and then the vision ends.
I like Zindi kind of hops the kind of, or comes out of the like weird kind of vision and goes, "Ooh, whoa. That crystal's got..." I'm fine. That crystal, I think I saw the memories of that were in that crystal. Ooh, wow, weird thing. Her name was, I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, her name was Natasha, and the witch from the Witchlight Carnival was there. I don't really understand it. Or
is she suspended in animation?
Inside the crystal?
Inside the Witchlight. Was she?
Oh, the witch. Yes, that witch.
The witch in the carnival is a puppet.
Oh.
But it was always quite a lively and accurate puppet, you do recall.
What if she was turned into a toy?
Oh. That is a very astute thought.
I mean, we saw a rocking horse unicorn that wanted to take its own life. I don't think it's too far-fetched to think that perhaps it got turned into a toy.
Excellent point, my lord.
Based off of what Zindi said, can I roll history to see if the name sounds familiar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, 21.
So, Harper, as Zindi says the name Natasha, you kind of are like, oh shit. And you remember that Zybilna had a couple other names, and she never went by Natasha. She went by Tasha. Very famously, writing, she wrote a couple of spell books and actually created the spell Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Of course, that was all before.
Oh, well, sorry.
Of
That's
course,
crazy.
that was all before she became the Archfey, known as Zybilna.
I keep that to myself for now.
Oh, damn, that's some like good info.
With the 21, you also remember that Zybilna had a close relationship with her adopted mother. Her mother did have true daughters, but Zybilna was selected by her mother to sort of become this next generation witch. And well, the way Zybilna always spoke of it was that she was more powerful and a better spellcaster than her sisters, and they were jealous of her.
I also keep that to myself for right now.
You pocket the stone, and you notice that the vibration has returned to a much lower hum.
Well, seeing as that's the only thing we've found in here, let's go look into another room, shall we?
Alright, you lead the way, Harper.
Next door to P26!
Alright. Let's see here. So, you open the only door that you see in the room, which leads to a long corridor. The corridor is dark and dank. The candles haven't been lit in this hallway in a long time. You can see that the wallpaper should be coming off in spots, but everything is frozen. You choke a little on the dust as you open the door, and you make your way down to the changing room. When you enter, you're reminded of the many times that you stood in here chatting with one of the members of the staff as they began their shift. It's full of wooden cubbies, and a small bench and a hook for hanging clothes. The mosaic floor is stunningly beautiful. It is a black and red design, and is full of infernal runes and little caricatures of demons on it. You see that a medley of rain boots accompany the changing room, and raincoats, kind of insinuating that it was, raining on the day that the castle froze. And it's truly stepping back in time.
Can I start looking through all the cubbies?
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
18.
As you begin digging through the cubbies, you see, just kind of normal stuff that you would find, couple silver, couple copper, and in this pocket and that pocket. You see, like, that people have stowed away, like, extra cloaks and extra socks and whatnot. You pull out, like, a few notes that the staff would, like, pass to each other, being like, more towels in this room. You even see a written request for to save your favorite dessert from the feast that evening. And as you kind of smile at the note, you guys see the floor change and kind of give way to another scene. You guys recognize the floor mosaic change into the shape of a giant dragon's head, one that looks exactly like the mystery mine that you rode in the Witchlight Carnival. And you see a curly-haired elf, half-elf, a small grung, and a large half-orc in the coaster, and you see played out before you, like, the visions that you had at the beginning of your adventure. And as you guys are kind of, like, entranced by the floor, everyone's sort of, like, on the edge, like, just watching this. You see a scene play out after the nightmares that were shown to you in the mystery mine. You see the grung depart the carnival before the end. They're never crowned the Witchlight monarch, and they simply leave with Keeks. You see the large half-orc hesitate and then rejoin the carnival. And you watch as the half-orc and the half-elf spend years at the carnival. It shows, like, many moons and many nights of the carnival popping up here and popping up there. And the mosaic floor seems to show, like, Zindi and Klarga becoming friendly, but never as close as they became on this adventure. And the scene changes. You no longer see the Witchlight Carnival, and you see that dank cellar that you rescued Zindi's mother from. You see in the dungeon bones, and you see Will and the giant ent that he lived in. You see him a little bit older and a little bit more hardened.
Zindi screams when she sees the bones in the in the prison.
Your brother's face fades as it returns to the original demon mosaic.
Was that play about us? Sorry.
Kind of looked like it.
No, but what was all that stuff that didn't happen? What was that? That's bullshit. That's not what happened. We all know it. My mother's safe. I met Will. We're friends. Zindi's very upset by what she saw.
Keeks, like,
Well,
pops up over your cloak, Meow Wolf, and he goes, so I don't talk? I'm never awakened? I'm just a bat?
No.
Forever?
no. Well, no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes
means
and
that
no
we-
to the both of you.
What? No. But what do you mean? Yes and no. That didn't happen, Harper. We
It's
meet
not
you.
accurate. Yeah, it's not accurate.
We meet Snoodles.
Unfortunately, darlings, this particular hag loves to... She loves the could've, would've, should've of life.
Well, she certainly wants me to not be here, which means I should be here.
She knows what could have happened. So these are things that could have happened had we not taken the paths to be here now.
But we did, so why even bother with showing us this?
Yeah, my lord, you're right.
'Cause she's a bitch.
Boo! Let's go kill her and save the Feywild.
Is that Fey gaslighting?
Gaslight, girl, gatekeep, girl boss, yeah.
Puppet master gaslight?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Okay, where do you head off to now?
The opposite direction and boogie on over to P29.
Where's our P29? Why are these numbers so damn small? Let me go ahead and
You can open it in a window, Meow Wolf, and then you can like blow it up real big. So Harper, you know that P26 basically has an entrance to P28 and then another entrance to P29, or you can go out in the hallway and get through there. It's up to you.
Let's just take the end. Yeah, let's just take the entrance that goes through all the rooms.
So you take the secret.
Yeah.
Okay. So Harper sort of deftly like walks across the room and opens like a hidden door. Essentially, it looks like a wall. It's like a wall hook, and hidden beneath like a bunch of raincoats is a knob that you turn, and it reveals a giant library.
Whoa.
So this is like the public library, not her private like stock. But people would come in and like try and like basically get like passes to look at her books and whatnot. Harper, you remember that there was a librarian who you weren't super fond of. He was odd. He was real weird.
Checks out for a librarian.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Librarians are the shit, but you know, can be kind of strange. Humans. Or not humans, non-humans.
As you enter the library, you are shocked to hear a voice. A voice that you recognize. An elderly man is sitting at a table, and he looks up And he goes, "This library is closed to visitors." And he snaps the book shut. And he has a surprised and annoyed look on his face.
Do I remember his name?
Yes, this is Sean.
Sean!
S-H-O-N. S-H-O-N.
Okay. That's an incredibly...
Just the normalest name I've ever pulled out.
Just a regular old Sean.
There's a silent X and Y in there somewhere, y'all.
There we go. Yeah, his familiar's name is Derek, but it's D-A-H-R-Y-K. X.
Perfect. Sean? Is that you?
He squints. You notice it's like dark in the library, and it seems that Sean has just like basically just not really left this area and has somehow just like subsisted the entire time. You see that the library is spotless. There's not a dust or a book out of place in sight. And he sort of like squints at you and he goes, "Oh, what was your name? Harper. And what do you want?"
Sean, you've been here the whole time? What happened? How? It's good to see you.
He sort of like gives you like a confused look on his face and he goes, yes, well, I must keep the library, running. I haven't really had any visitors in a while. He sort of like flips through like another like log and he goes, well, is that 15 years? Oh, time flies. I'm very busy with the library.
I kind of like glance over at Meow Wolf and go, "Damn, that was the worst homecoming hello I've ever heard."
Yeah, that seemed very neurologically diverse.
Go ahead and Zindi and Meow Wolf, please make perception checks with advantage.
Okay.
Perception.
Wow. 15. My other one was 9, so.
Okay.
Not too good, because I have +6.
A 25 and a 17.
Okay.
Wow.
You see, of course, your ever-curious Snoodles immediately starts...
Oh,
no! He starts sniffing around, and he gets right up to Sean's boots, and he does one last, and then he runs back to you and hides behind Meow Wolf. And you see that Keeks does like a little flyover, and he lands on your shoulder and like whispers in your ear, and he goes, "Hey, I don't think that guy, I think he's got a buddy with him. He's got like an animal friend or something. How the hell was he in here for fucking 15 years, no food? He's got something." Snoodle's terrified. Look at him. You see Snoodles is like shaking.
And Snoodles is getting big too, so that's
Snoodles is big. He's teenage crop now.
Yeah. So there's something that's making Snoodles scared. He just got bit by a Jabberwock. I'm like, is this Snoodles having a trauma response? This is probably a very legitimate fear that I'm ignoring. Let's see here. Do I have anything that would be useful in this moment? Oh, I did prepare this. Yes. Okay, can I do a locate animal?
Oh, you sure
nice.
can.
Nice.
Alright. Let me, that's great. I'm so glad that I have that. Okay.
This is great. I'm really excited about this, actually.
I'm so glad you have that. Nice.
All
I mean, you have the
right,
perfect
locate
spell.
animal. Action 1, describe a specific kind of beast or plant, concentrating on the voice, nature, and its surroundings. Learn to detect the distance closest to the creature plant within 5 miles of the presence. Yeah, so basically I'm using like Snoodle's reaction.
Mhm.
And I'm like clocking like all of his like response, and I'm gonna put out my vibes.
Put out your vibes.
Very, very froggy vibes.
You sort of like reach out with your druid sense, and almost immediately you're like, oh, this guy is hiding something under his cloak. And you'd catch just a little whisper of a wing.
What you got there, my friend?
Many books.
Something? You got something under your cloak.
This is quite the interruption. I'll have you know.
I can imagine having something under your cloak is quite the interruption. So can we and speed this up? What do you have under your cloak that's got my gator in a tizzy?
As you sort of like start like going after him, you see like his cloak, like you see. Okay, Sean always had a bit of a hunchback whenever you saw him, which wasn't often because it's not like you went into this library a ton because he was kind of rude. But
Sure.
you see like something like literally like slide off of his back, and a like bipedal sort of little demonic creature with sharp teeth and like, you know, giant horns and a tail and wings like pop out of the cloak. And he's like, "Ew, jigs up, boss."
Ew.
What in the fuck is that?
Harper, you remember that this was a creature that roamed the palace. But Zindi and Meow Wolf, you guys can make nature checks.
All right.
That thing looks disgusting.
26.
Okay.
I know what that is. It's up.
This is what's called a quasit. Zybilna, was really into like demons and devils, like kind of before, the downfall. And essentially a quasit is like a little tiny fiend. It can shape change. they infest the lower planes. They are weak. However, they are mischievous and wicked. Oftentimes, like, more powerful devils will use them as like spies and messengers. And it's clear that Sean has sort of commandeered this the closet. It most likely had served Zybilna in some capacity, but now that the palace is frozen, it seems that Sean and the closet have teamed up. Harper, you remember that the closet's name was
friendship.
Yes, was Igric.
Egrig? Is that you?
Oh, hey, Harper. Long time no see. Fancy you meeting you here.
Likewise. How did the two of you survive in here for so long?
Yeah, you guys are pretty chill for not seeing somebody for 15 years after this was, your whole ass home was taken over by, like, a crazy hag. I think you have some explaining to do. Hi, I'm Zindi, by the way. Nice to meet you. I wink.
Oh yeah, pleasure to meet you. Okay, so let me just say this. Let me just get this out here. I am trapped here. Zybilna summoned me. I can't go back. I'm bound to her. So as long as she's alive, I can't do shit. So anyway, I was roaming the castle. Everyone's frozen. It's not even good to eat. Everyone's all petrified and stuff. And, well, I was like, maybe I'll snack on these books. I don't know. And, well, old Shawnee boy was in here, and he said, I'll let you outside if you come back with food. So that's what we've been doing. And it's been pretty good.
Well, at least you're making a living for yourself.
So, can you tell us where Zybilna is?
No fucking clue.
But you've been here for 15 years. Have you been just like have you just been in the library the whole time?
No, I've been exploring. I ain't seen her.
Sean?
I mostly stay to the library and the kitchens.
Well.
So he's just bringing you food? What else does he know?
What do you want to know? He's got like a ton of teeth. So many teeth. Like, and like his eyes are just black. Like, he's really unsettling to look at. And Snoodles is like,
Well, first of all, what type of magic do you wield?
The closet like narrows his eyes at you. He's like, well, and he snaps his fingers and he transforms into a bat.
Keeks goes. Can Keeks do a history check? Has Keeks seen any of this before?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone else in the room is just like, what the fuck?
Keeks has a 12.
Keeks has, like, remembers that, he's seen, like, bats that were off, like, before. Like, he knows now that, like, polymorph and like, shape-changing is a thing. So now he kind of has, like, a word for, like, what that is. But before, he was just like, these are some weird bats. He's never seen a closet in its true form because they're like basically on the from what Harper gathered, it's really hard to trap a demon here in your service. And Zybilna basically accomplished like a large feat by doing that.
Understandable. Alright, well. Yeah, so Meow Wolf just goes, wow, that's cool. Some people it takes years to learn that thing. Were you born with that?
Yeah. Although I wouldn't say the process of me becoming is what I would call a birth, but that's getting into semantics. Yeah.
Fair enough. So, what do you feel about Zybilna? I mean, she summoned you.
He shrugs. She's fine. You know, it's a lot nicer here than in the Hells. It's way less hot. I mean, your skin is burning off every other day in the Hells. It's really nasty.
I believe you. I wouldn't want to go.
Well, I will take this as a good sign, because if that is still alive, it means she is still alive.
Accurate.
That's what I'm saying.
Accurate. All right. Well, let's. Well, it was nice meeting you. Is that so? Basically, is there anything? Is there any other thing that anyone else needs to know besides the fact that this demon thing is helping the librarian?
Well, yeah. I mean, the castle fell. Surely this room has been inspected. Why were you spared? How were you spared?
The Quasit like darts his eyes at Sean and he goes, ugh, tricky little piece of magic there. I was able to temporarily transport us to like a pocket dimension, stay there until Endolin fucked off. Now she just like stays in her room or whatever, her little amphitheater. I'm here. We're safe. I think. Safe-ish.
Well, you know she knows that you're here, right? She knows everything.
He like looks at Sean and Sean like shrugs and he goes, yeah, I have nightmares sometimes, but they have no importance. If she cares that we are here, well, she hasn't ended us yet.
I suppose that's true.
I mean, who would tend the library if they weren't here? Obviously. It's done well.
You guys turn around and you guys see Elkhorn and like Mollyver have been like opening up books and like putting them on the table and like opening up books and like literally like they're hunting for just any useful information, completely fucking up the system. And you see Sean's like face like go full red and he's like, now see here, these are very rare tomes that hundreds of years old. Do you understand what you're doing? And like he starts like getting in Mollyver's face, who just like slams a book into his chest, and she's like, listen, dude, I've seen quite enough. And she looks at the demon and she's just like, we're gonna go. I'm taking this. And she like, fast as can be, snatches the book that was behind Sean on the desk. And she just walks out.
Damn. With authority.
Yeah. Sean begins to protest, and you just see Elkhorn like hold up his axe like to his throat. He's like, "That's right, buddy." And he like does like a fake jump at him, like a what? And he's like, "Valor's call, getting back together." And they just like stomp out the room, and Snoodles like runs after them.
And I'm gonna, and honestly, I'm gonna be like, well, you feed the demon books anyways, dude. Relax. Pretend it's one of the books you fed him.
I'll have you know, that's a very important text indeed. Yeah. Just let him go, Shawnee. Just let him go.
If you want it so badly, you'll have to leave the castle, because I cannot guarantee that we will be returning. It's good to see you. Everyone, let's go.
As you
Glad
guys
you're alive and whatnot.
As you guys shut the door, you just hear the closet hiss at you guys.
Yeah. Well, you know, once we get rid of her, it'll be gone too.
Well, now we're not
This is what
getting.
you want, little shit.
We're trying to find Zybilna. We're not trying to kill her. We're trying to kill the other one.
Well, we'll get rid of him anyways. We'll let her know he's not a good conjurer.
You see Mollyver is like flipping through this book in the hallway, and she goes, "Well, hot damn." And she starts like tearing out like sheets and handing them to you guys, and you guys see that they're all like different spells. So essentially it's like a book of scrolls. So you guys now have scrolls for all of these spells.
Ew.
Oh wow. Let me pull that up. In the Discord.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh, that thing was ugly. Oh. It was. That's why Keeks was like, what the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Charm person, cone of cold, detect magic. Ooh, fireball. Meow Wolf grabs that scroll.
No, okay.
In particular. Ice storm, mage armor.
You see Mollyver
Magic.
like turn to the last page. And this is gonna be our last little bit, just so you know, Zindi.
Okay.
You see her turn to the last page, and a dark look falls on her. And she frowns. And she like slams the book shut. And you guys can see that a couple of tears like are falling down her face.
Are you okay? What happened? What did you read?
She like looks away. And she lets out like a long sigh. She's like, it showed Mercion. But I was too late. I couldn't get to her. She sort of like grits her teeth and like pockets the book. She goes, this hag It's just trying to warp my mind. I know Mercian is in here. I know she's alive. And you see, like, Elkhorn, like, put his hand on, like, on her elbow. And he just kind of, like, rests it there. And he says, We're gonna get her, Maul. We're gonna get her. Don't
Yeah.
worry." Let's go. And that is where we're gonna leave it for tonight.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
Ending the stream.